Hello, everyone, and welcome to our day 2 of our 28-day yoga challenge. Yeah, so exciting. My name is Antoinette, and it's so great to get to practice with you all tonight. Tonight's practice is going to be lower body exercises. So let's get going. We're going to start off again in Sukhasana, in our easy posture that we started off in last night. I'll let people in as we go. We're trying this new camera angle tonight. And we did successfully record last night, so we'll be in good shape if you need to practice again. That practice from last night. So sitting in Sukhasana in our easy posture, taking a moment to close the eyes if that feels safe to do so. And if it doesn't, just keeping the gaze a few feet out in front of you. Taking a moment to go inward in your practice with your breath as you take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling as you arrive and exhaling, letting out any tension of the day. Inhaling, coming into awareness, and exhaling, just letting go and releasing. Last good deep inhale, feeling the aliveness within you. And on the exhale, pushing everything out. Taking a moment now to just settle in as we let a few more people in tonight. As you inhale and exhale. Feeling the body in this moment proprioceptively where you are on your mat. And then interoceptively, just checking in with the body. How are you feeling in this moment? How was your day today? Hopefully it was a good day. And we notice that in this moment, it's not only in moving as we practice together that will create these new starting points, but sometimes it'll also take this subtle shift of creating this habit, this new perspective as you practice together. An opening of the mind, an intentional pause and reset, and maybe even creating a new route to start with new options, new possibilities as we move through our practice. Being courageously imperfect. Opening the eyes now. Let's take our hands down beside us tonight. Just shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Hold that for just a moment and then let them come down. Reach up and extend with both arms as we inhale in. And as we exhale, let's twist over to the right side. We'll take our right hand back to our back and our left hand to our right knee. Twisting from the abdomen, take a look over toward that right side of the room and take a good deep belly breath in and out. And remember, in your home studio, it can be an audible breath, or you can practice that ujjayi breath as we keep our mouths closed and breathe in through our nostrils, if that feels okay to do so. Coming back up into our neutral, we'll reach up and extend both arms, inhaling. And as we exhale, let's head over to the left side, taking our right hand to our left knee, and then we twist from the abdomen. So see if you're able to even look over that left shoulder. Take a good deep inhale in and an exhale out. We let the belly expand and contract with each breath in and out. Come back up to your neutral, back up as we reach up toward the sky, inhaling. And as we exhale down, just take your right arm down. Reach up and rise up with that left arm. Root down, so rooting down. And then rising up, and then reaching over toward the right side. So in each pose, the farthest limb from the ground connects to that which is rooting down to the ground. Come back up, reach up with both arms. I'm going to let somebody else in. So reaching up both arms. And as you exhale, take your left hand down. Rise up with that right arm. And then let's head over to the left side. Reach and extend. Find your breath here. Come back up again. Reach up and extend both arms coming up. And as we exhale, fan the arms down. Just roll the shoulders back and then forward. Let's come on to hands and knees coming into tabletop. So I start us here a lot of the time. We won't always start this way. Pad your knees if you need to, but I start this way just foundationally so that we can kind of be getting ready to be up and standing. But we have a lot to do down here. So remember, if you need to use blocks to forearms, that's your cue for that. If not, starfish the hands in front of you, and then let's go into a few cat-cows just to start. So swaying the back, taking a look up with eyes and chin as you dip the chest forward, inhaling. And then on the exhale, let's round the back. First one, tent the fingertips, send the shoulder heads up. Take a little sway with the hips back and forth from side to side, just noticing what comes up. Pad the hands, come back to neutral, inhale and sway. Exhale, keep the hands padded and round. Really round the back, feel the back of the shoulders. Inhale to sway, one breath. And exhale to round. Good deep inhale. And an exhale. Come back with a neutral spine. Take a look over that right shoulder. Start to dip that left hip in toward the left side of the mat. You can either be on the shoelaces part of your feet, or if you want to tuck your toes under, see what feels comfortable to you. Come back into your neutral, back into your tabletop, and start to look over toward that left shoulder. Dip the right hip toward the right side of the mat. And then let's come back to our neutral, off of our hands, reach up and extend both arms coming up, inhaling in. This time, take your right hand in between your shoulder blades, and then catch your right elbow with your left hand. So we're just doing a little bit of a stretch here. You could take some movement as you start to stretch over to the left side. Come back up, reach up and extend, both arms coming up. And then switch it out, taking your left elbow with your right hand. Left hand comes in between the shoulder blades, and then let's dip over toward the right side. Coming back up, so we're just stretching here, inhaling, and as we exhale, come back into tabletop. Immediately take your right foot out. Place that right foot behind you and push back on that right calf. Squeeze your right butt up. Start to make some play as you come up toward the top of the mat, curling the toes, and then pushing back again on the heel. Come up, and then back. So you're just moving the toes. And then we'll come right into a bird dog. So we're coming into those lower legs, reaching out and extending with that right heel. You can keep your hands on the mat, or if it feels great to do that, start to take that left hand off and come into a balancing posture of bird dog. So reaching out and extending. Take a circle with the left wrist and the right ankle. And now start making some tiny pulses. So with the left wrist and the right heel, start making some tiny pulses. You're kicking out with that right heel. Add the nuance of taking the navel back toward the spine, so you're using your core as you make that pulse. And we're breathing here as we go. Let's go for 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Send them both down, back to our neutral, back to our tabletop, left foot comes out. So splay the toes of that left foot out, push back on that left calf, squeeze your left butt as you come back, engage it, or as you come up. And start to make that play as you move up and back on the mat with the toes, or not. This is your practice. See what feels good to you. And then on that next breath, drawing that left heel up toward hip height. Keep the hands on the mat, or start to draw that right arm off, coming into bird dog. So you're looking down as you reach long. Take a circle of your right wrist and your left ankle. Find your breath here and start to pulse. As you pulse, find navel back toward the spine. Really feeling that extension as you kick out with that left heel. Starting to really feel buttock and hamstring engage. Let's go for 3 more. And 2. and 1. Come on down and sink back either into child's pose or puppy pose, your choice. So remember, child's pose brings the knees out toward the edges of the mat as you sink your buttocks back towards your heels, or puppy pose keeps the hips high, knees are hip width distance apart, and we're sinking the heart low. So you make that choice and just go there. Know that in puppy pose might be a little bit more intense on the forearms, so you can just keep the forearms down on the mat. Your head is down, mine's up so you can hear me. Take a little loll of your head back and forth from side to side so you really feel a nice release of any tension that you might feel on the neck. You could take a little sway back and forth from side to side. If you're in puppy pose, to wag the tail if you need that. Just kind of see what feels good to you. No one can see you doing it. It's all good. And then let's come back into tabletop. So we're just a quick rest there. We're going to take our left hand down now. We did this last night. Left knees down. So you're going to kickstand out that left leg so it's off the mat. And we're going to take that right foot out to the back of the mat. I'm going to grab my block again. I'm going to have it at its midway point or tallest point. So I can root down with that left hand and rise up and reach up with that right arm. Let's stretch here. So start to root down with that right foot first, and then let the extension come up the hip, and then start to take that right hand up and over the body. Now let's open up tonight. So start to open up the chest. You're taking that right hand slightly behind you as you open up the front part of the chest. And then like you're going to throw a ball slightly forward, just take the right hand slightly forward. So now you feel the back of the shoulder blade, that scapula area. Reach up and extend with the arm as you inhale in. And on the exhale, right hand comes to right hip, and we immediately start to take that right foot up. So here we go with that lower body. Engage your core, navel back toward the spine. Start to take some tiny pulses with that right leg. And breathe here. If this doesn't feel good to pulse, you could just hold it and find that just static pose, which is fine. Or you can pulse, your choice. Some of us get a little antsy and say you need to do that. Start to take that right foot forward now to the front part of the mat. So you're taking it to the right front corner of the mat with the pulse or keeping it static, your choice, and you're breathing. If you wanted to add that arm, you could, or keep it on your hip, your choice. Now we're going to start to move that right foot slightly backwards, all the way back to the back corner of the mat. Now you start to engage that outer hip and buttock muscle. So again, you can pulse here, or you can stay static, just stay still. Breathe here as you go, and smile. And I'm going to get some other people to come in, continue that pulse. There you go. Good. And now come back to your midline. We're almost done on this side. And pause here. So keep going. Continue your pulse. Continue your breath. And bring it down. Come all the way down. Reach up and extend now with that right arm up and over the body. Just stretch here. And then let's circle over and down. We're going to go right over to the other side. Right hand down, right knee down. We're going to kickstand out that right knee, right foot. And we're going to pad the sole of that left foot on the mat. Right hand can come to a block or the floor. We'll reach up and extend with that left arm. So it should feel good. We'll do a little circle of that left wrist since we were just on that left hand. Take the left arm up and over the body. So now with the outside edge of that left foot, reach and extend. So you're really using that left side of the body, feeling the extension from the left fingertips all the way down to the feet. Open up, so kind of come behind a little bit with that left hand, so you're opening up and feeling a nice opening in the front part of the chest. And then circle that left arm over and down. We're going to start to draw that left foot up to hip height. I'm going to move over here so I can see. And we're going to start to pulse. Pulse or stay still, your choice. But breathe here as you go. That left foot is parallel to the mat. So great toe is parallel to the mat as you pulse or stay still. And breathe. Remember, you can take breaks at any time you want. We're going to start to draw that left foot toward the front corner of the mat. So you may feel that in the left outer hip area. Again, see if you're able to keep that left foot parallel with the mat. And breathe. And then come back to your midline. Continue the pulse or stay still. And then we're going to bring it all the way toward the back of the mat. You should be feeling it. And we're breathing. And then we're coming back to the midline. Yeah. And down. Come on down. Reach up and extend with that left arm, inhaling, and take it up and over the body. Reach and extend. Feel the flat part of the foot on the mat. We're coming back into tabletop, and then we're going to come all the way down to our mats. Before you do, grab one of your blocks, because we're going to need that. And then if you needed something to pad your head, like a blanket or one of your other yoga blocks, go there. We're going to be on our right side to start. You can either cradle your head in your arm, or you can be up on your forearm. If you're up on your forearm, I invite you first to make sure you're looking to see that the elbow is right underneath the shoulder. So if you're up here, I'm going to be up here just for a minute so that we can talk. I can talk to you. With your left leg, you're going to bring your left leg forward in front of you on the yoga block. Now I have you doing that so that way that your knee is in line with your hip. So place your knee on the yoga block, keep that left foot active so it's parallel with the floor. That right leg is straight out. So we're working on the inner thigh of the right leg. Now I'm going to come all the way down. So I'm going to cradle my head in my arm. I'm leaning slightly forward. My left hand is in front of me. My right leg is straight. We're going to start to lift that right leg up to meet the left and hold that there. That's going to feel pretty intense. You're going to feel that right inner thigh. And breathe here. So now add a couple of nuances. Take your navel back toward your spine as you breathe. You can still breathe while you're doing it. Maybe you even add in pelvic floor. So lots of little nuances here. If you get bored of just holding, you can breathe and pulse, and that can be where you are. So focus on that for a moment. So we're going to be doing outer thigh and inner thigh, outer thigh and inner thigh. Now, also a little nuance. That right foot might be slightly forward toward the mat. See if you're able to start to bring it back toward that midline. It's going to challenge you a little bit further as you continue that pulse. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Bring that right foot down. Stack your left leg on top of your right. So both feet are stacked on top of one another. Draw that left leg all the way up now. Hold that there. Point and flex your left foot. So my left hand is in front of me for strength and stability there. So I want to kind of lean slightly forward as I'm pointing and flexing. And then start to draw that left leg behind you enough so that you start to feel the back, the buttock muscle, and the outer part of the hip, and hold that there. Maybe you even feel a nice stretch in the front part of the torso. Tiny pulse now. As we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw that left foot in the midline again and hold it. Point and flex that left foot. Make a small circle, like you're going to paint a circle on the back part of the wall, and then go in the opposite direction. Small circle. And then bring that left foot forward now. So you really need that kickstand of your left hand. And now make some tiny pulses here. So you're using your abdominal core now. If you needed to bend that right knee, you could, but try to keep it straight if you can. And I really have a nice firm kickstand with my left hand. Pulsing. And then bring that back to the midline. Make one more circle, like you're going to paint a circle on the back wall. You should be feeling it. And then come around in the opposite direction. And then come on down. Good job. Take your left knee back up to that block. Now, if you don't want to use the block or you don't have the block, then you could just keep your foot on the floor and you can hold your leg if you want. It just, to me, it is a little more awkward. You can also just keep your knee down on the floor too, if you wanted to, if you don't want to use the block. So a lot of options there. All right, right leg is straight. We're going to go back to that right inner thigh, reach up and extend. So here we are. Start to draw that right foot back toward the midline. So it's right in line there. You get a little more challenge. Tiny pulse for 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2. Keep that left leg active, and 1. Make a circle like we did with that top leg. Make a circle in one direction. Make a circle in the other direction. Remember your breath. And now come up and then down. We're going to go for 4 more and 3 more. So these are bigger pulses up and down, more deliberate. 2 and 1. Come on down. Bring that left leg, stack it on top of the right. So here we are again. Come on up, reach up and extend. Draw that left leg back now. So you've got your left hand in front of you. Tiny pulses now for 6 and 5, 4, engage your core, and 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it forward. And pulse for 6 and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it back to the middle, draw that circle. Circle forward and circle backward. And come on down, roll over onto your back. Good job. On your back. We're coming into bridge posture for a moment. We're going to take a little break before we go over to the other side. Find your heels with your fingertips. Scoop your tailbone up so pelvis comes up like a scorpion's tail. So you're flattening that lower back, drawing the hips up toward the ceiling. Pause here for a moment. If this hurts on the cervical spine, you don't have to go up so far. If you really feel okay and you can push down, root down with the feet and rise up with the hips. We're going to take your left hip up. So you're almost like you're doing a little dance. So your left hip up, then your right hip up. So you're keeping the hips up, but you're just taking a pulse, taking one hip up and then the other toward the ceiling. So really using the buttock muscle and the hamstring to lift the hip up, one hip and then the other. We're going to go 3 more times and 2 more times and 1 more time. And then come on down. Draw the knees in toward the chest. That should feel really good. Do go really easy on yourself. Breathing in. Remember, if you can't draw your knees in toward your chest, it's okay. Take the backs of the legs. Take a little rock back and forth from side to side. Just breathing here. And then take the knees down. Keep your head down. We're going to extend that left leg. So you're extending the left leg. You're going to take the toes toward the left corner of the mat. You start to feel that left inner thigh. I'm going to move over since I'm near the wall. We're going to start to lift that left leg up as far as you can go. So you start to feel that left inner thigh and then come back down again. Now, if you're not feeling it, you can bring that left leg out toward that left corner of the mat a little bit more and then bring it up. So do it in a way that so you can really start to feel the left inner thigh. So I can keep that right knee up toward the ceiling as you come up and then down with that left leg. So I'm doing this because we're going to be doing that golf swing in 2 ways. What I was just talking about earlier in our practice, we're just coming up and then down. Coming up and then down. Up and then down. We should start to feel that. Up and then down. Now rotate your foot, your toes so that they're facing back up again. And then hold that. So we're going to continue to hold that off the mat. Point and flex your left foot. As you do, are you able to squeeze your left buttock with the point or the flex, your choice? but able to kind of tap into buttock and hamstring as you point and flex. Now draw that left leg up toward the ceiling and then come back down. Your hands can be down beside you, so you want the shoulders to be soft and just focus more on the lift and lower of the leg, but you're also getting some core work here and squeezing that in just a little bit. And last time, and then bring it down. So you should be feeling that. Let's go right over to the other side. So we're taking our right foot out long. We're going to start to take the right toes over toward the right corner of the mat. Now lift up. So you feel that right inner thigh. Remember, if you're not feeling it, then just draw that right foot out toward the right corner of the mat a little bit more until you start to feel it. Make sure that the left knee is straight up toward the ceiling. So you're not bringing it out toward the outside of the mat or inside. Just really feeling strong and stable on that left side. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and soft so the palms can be up or down. And we're continuing that lift. And we're breathing. Breathing in and out as you go. Let's go one more time. And then when you bring it down, start to draw the toes up toward the ceiling. And now we're going to lift that right leg up toward the ceiling and then come down. Lift it up and come down. Come on up and up. Come on up. And let's go 3 more times. And you're just breathing as you go. You feel that nice rhythm of breath. Last one. And then come on down. Ooh, I felt that. All right, we're going to roll right over to the left side. So cradle your head in your left arm. Have your yoga block up at the top, in the middle of the mat. And let's go right over. So taking the right knee toward the block, we're going to extend that left leg long, flexing that left foot. So right leg's on the block or down, your choice. You're cradling your head and your arm, drawing that left leg up toward that right inner thigh. Let's start to pulse and breathe. As we go. So really feeling that left inner thigh. This side might feel different than the other, so just noticing what comes up as you go, as you pulse. Let's pulse 3 more times. 2 more. 1 more. Pause here, make that circle. Circle forward. And then circle backward. Point and flex that left foot. Breathing. Make a tiny pulse with that left leg. And then come on down. Stack your right leg on top of your left leg. Flex your right foot on top of the left. Draw that right leg up. Right hand is right in front of you, so you got a kickstand there. You got that strength and stability of that right hand. We're going to make some tiny pulses with that right leg. Right foot is parallel to the mat, parallel to that left foot. And we're breathing and smiling as we go. We got this. And then we're going to take that right leg backwards behind us. So you start to feel buttock and hamstring. We're leaning into the floor so that you get a little bit of a deeper stretch here as well as that strengthening. And breathing. And then we're going to come forward, come back to that midline and start to really pad that right hand and bring the right leg forward. So you're using that upper body a little bit as well as the lower body. And then we're going to come back to our midline, make a circle with your right foot. Go as big or small as you want, your choice, and then reverse that circle. Oh yeah. And then come on down. Now we're going to take our right knee back to our block or the floor. Left leg is long, immediately bring that left leg up and then bring it back down. Bring it up and then come back down. Come on up and then down. Make sure that that left leg is right in the midline and then come on down. Last time, and come on down. This time as you come up, make a circle with your left leg. Forward and backward. And now start making some tiny pulses. Let's pulse for 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Bring that left leg down, right leg stacks on top of the left. Draw that right leg up. Make a circle with your right foot. And reverse that circle. Draw that right leg back behind you, start to lean forward. If you start to get any sort of cramp in the hip, just take a pause. Pulse here for 6 and 5. Engage your core, 3 and 2 and 1. Draw that right foot back up and then bring it all the way down. All right, nice job. Roll back over onto your back. Let's stretch this out. Take your left foot to your right knee. Press away that left knee away from the body. And then stay here or draw that right foot off the mat. Let's come right into a figure 4. It's going to feel really good. We're going to do 2 stretches and then we're going to start to make our way up to standing. Circle your right foot. Draw that right knee in toward the body. If you wanted to tonight, you could take the back of your right hamstring, right thigh with your right hand, and then push away from the body with your left hand, your left knee. So it just gives you a little counter force there. You don't have to do that, but just an offer. Right foot's going to come down. Let's go right over to the other side. Left foot comes down. We're going to take our right foot to our left knee. Ooh, that's going to feel good. We're going to just push that right knee away from the body. Feel that nice stretch. I was really feeling it in my right hip. Don't know how you guys are feeling. You can also massage your right hip too, right? Just take your hand to your right hip as you start to stretch it. And then when you're ready, take your left foot off the mat. We're going to thread our hands through and catch the back of that left hamstring. Good deep breath in and out. So you really feel a nice release. Breathing into the tight spaces. One more good deep breath in and out. And then let's come on down. Take your feet now. Hip width distance apart. We're just going to windshield wiper the knees over toward the right side of the mat. Reach up and extend with arms overhead. And then knees up toward the ceiling and just roll them over toward the left side of the mat. Later, we're going to do a recline twist. So that'll feel really good. And then come on up. We're going to roll all the way over onto our stomach so we can do a plank together. All right. We're going to roll over onto the stomach. Have your hands right underneath your shoulders so your forehead is on the mat. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. So you can push your body up and then start to send your fingers forward. We're coming into a forearm. So elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Your hands are starfished out in front of you. Your elbows are about hip, shoulder width distance apart. We're going to tuck the toes under. Start to curl the tailbone under just like we were doing when we were in our bridge posture. So you're pushing down toward the floor. That engages your buttocks muscles. Now send the hips up to about hip height, right in line. So here you are in your forearm plank. Shift forward slightly on your toes. If this is too much, just take one knee down. No big deal. But let's stay here for just a moment together as we breathe. Your neck is down, so you're looking down at the mat. We're breathing in and breathing out. You totally have this. Later on, we'll be adding other things to this posture. But for right now, we're just holding it. See if you're able to push away with the elbows as you continue to lift up. One more good breath in and out. And then let's come all the way down. Awesome job. So again, bring those hands back so that they're right underneath the shoulder heads. Push the body up. So we're just stretching here, pushing up, coming up into what we call upward facing dog. And now we're going to push back into tabletop. We're going to be coming up to standing shortly. So we're going to come into our downward facing dog that we practiced last night. Hands are out in front of you about shoulder width apart. We're tucking the toes under and then pushing the hips up toward the ceiling. Our heart shoots down forward. If it feels okay on the neck, we can shake our head yes and no. Our knees are bent generously, so we're protecting our hamstrings. And if we're ready to pedal, we can. If this doesn't feel good to you to be upside down, then just come up to standing. It's okay. So pedaling down, one heel down and then the other, if that feels okay, if you're in downward facing dog. And we're breathing. And then let's slowly walk our hands up toward our feet. And then we'll roll the body up. Rolling the body up to standing. Take a moment to be here so that you don't get dizzy. Reach up and extend both arms coming up as you rise. And then exhale to prayer. So again, if you have your chair close by, awesome. I'm going to just adjust the camera just a little bit. So we have enough room. Not me cutting off my head. Not bad. Good. Inhaling in and exhaling in Tadasana. We're going to inhale in. Let's do a couple of warriors. We practiced those last night. As we inhale in, exhale, hands to prayer, toe touch or send that right knee up. Pause here as you balance. Fan the toes of that left foot out so you feel the strength and stability of that standing leg, and then come up a little bit higher. And then let's step back into warrior one. So remembering that right foot is at 45 degrees. We can shimmy that left foot over a little bit toward the left side of the mat. Take a tiny back bend if that feels good, or just look up toward the ceiling. And then drop that right hand down. Rise up as you reach up and extend, and then wave your left hand over toward the right side of your mat. Just a little stretch here. Come on up, both arms coming up, inhaling. As you exhale, push off, right foot comes to meet the left. Let's go over to the other side as we inhale in and exhale into Tadasana. Inhale to rise as we reach up and extend. Exhale, left hand, left toes really point as we come to prayer, or left knee comes up to hip height. Fan the toes of that right foot out. Come on up as you inhale in. And as you exhale, let's step back, warrior one. Rise up. Take the right foot over toward the right side of the mat just a little as you reach up and extend. Maybe a tiny back bend. And then take that left hand down now. Let's fan the hands over toward the left side. Come on up, reach up and extend both arms. As we exhale, come on up. Left hand comes to meet the right. Good deep inhale here and an exhale out. Let's try that golf swing now. So I'm going to be holding on here to the chair. If you want, you can also just be hands to prayer, your choice, or hands to your hips. We're going to take our right foot out in front of us. And just like we were doing on the mat, so that's why we were practicing, we're taking our right foot, angling it out so that we feel that right inner thigh. We have a gentle bend in our left knee. We're going to take that right foot up just slightly. Doesn't have to be to hip height, so just about here. Right in front of us, just so you can kind of get used to that motion and then come back down again. Let's come on up. So you're using your abdominal core as you draw that left leg, right leg up. Coming up and then back down. Coming up and then back down. Now this time, come out about halfway and start to swing that right leg out enough so you start to feel it in that right hip. Now swing it all the way through. All the way through till you start to feel that right inner thigh, and hold that here. Point and flex that right foot. And then come on out. So I do this a lot of times with my private clients who are older and have balance issues. And this is a great way to start to strengthen, swing on through, strengthen your inner and outer thigh, and focus on the balance of your standing leg. with the support of the chair. Come on out. And then come on through. You're also using your core strength here. So we're doing a little core work, which we'll be doing a lot more of tomorrow. And we'll be all excited about that. Come on through. Not so bad. Point and flex that right foot. And then let's swing on through. We're going to go a couple more times until you start really feeling it if you're not already. Come on through. Point and flex your right foot. Come on back. Last time. Swing it through. Finish strong. Awesome. And then come on back. Give that left leg a little shake so we can go right over to the other side. Left leg's going to come out immediately. So we're starting to jut the left toes out toward the left side of the mat. Gentle bend in that right knee. We're going to point and flex that left foot. And then come on up just a little bit and then down. Just a few inches up and down. And then down. Reach up. And then down. Last time. Come back halfway. Now let's swing it out. Swing it out. And then come all the way through. So you start to feel it. Point and flex that left foot. Swing it out. And then come on through. Point, flex. Swing it out. Come on through. Point and flex. Come on out. And swing it through. And point and flex. 2 more times. We got this. Come on through. Swing it out. And last one. Come on through. Great job. And come on down. Shake out that right leg. I'm just going to move my chair so that we have room to stretch. Reach up and extend, both arms coming up as you inhale in. And let's exhale down our right arm. Rise up. So rotate and reach up with that left hand, circle that left wrist. Let's come on over to the right side of the mat. Just a little stretch here. Come on up, both arms, inhaling. As we exhale down left arm. Take a circle of that right wrist. And then let's head over to the left side. Nice, good stretch. That hopefully feels good after what we've been doing. Come on up, both arms as you inhale in. Let's move here and exhale, hands to prayer. So we're going to kick forward and back. So I'm going to show you first. I'm just holding the wall. We're going to kick forward and then we're going to come backward. Okay, so that's going to be the motion of what we're doing. So inhaling in and exhaling in Tadasana. Inhaling as we rise, reach up and extend with the arms. Exhaling, hands to prayer, toe touch right foot or draw that right foot up to hip height, your choice. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, kick forward, hold it. Good breath in. On the exhale, bend that right knee. And then with balance, bring that right foot behind you. Hold it. Point and flex that right foot. Draw that right knee back up to hip height. And then bring the right foot down. That's the motion. Let's go over to the other side as we inhale in and exhale in Tadasana. Inhale to rise, reach and extend. Exhale, hands to prayer, left knee is going to come up. So find your balance, something non-moving in front of you. Inhale to rise. Exhale to kick out. Inhale, right knee's bent. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, right knee comes up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's go over to the other side. Inhale in. Exhale into Tadasana. Inhaling to come up. We're going to step back into warrior one after this. Exhaling. Knee comes to hip height. Right knee comes up. Inhaling. As we exhale, right foot comes forward. Hold that there for 3, 2, 1. Right knee is going to come back. Inhaling. As we exhale, step back. Warrior one. Rise up. Inhaling. Clasp the fingertips together, steeplechase them up toward the ceiling. Let's head over to the left side for a nice stretch. Come on up, inhaling. As you exhale, push off, right foot comes to meet the left, hands come to prayer. Inhaling in, exhaling in, Tadasana. Inhaling to rise as we rise up, inhale, exhale, hands to prayer, left knee comes up. Inhale as we rise up on that right leg and kick out with that left leg with our breath and hold that for 3 and 2 and 1. Let's step back, warrior 1. Bring that left leg back, rise up, reach up and extend, clasp the fingertips together and send them up toward the ceiling. Let's head over to the right side. Feel that nice stretch. Come on up, back up to neutral, inhaling. As we exhale, step forward, left foot comes to meet the right as we inhale in. And exhale into Tadasana. Go over to warrior 2. Rise up. So we did this last night as we inhale in, exhale, hands to prayer, draw that right knee up. Inhale to rise, flex your left buttock so that you really feel the strength and stability as you step all the way back into your warrior 2 slowly. Windmill the arms up and over the body. And let's find our drishti over the left middle fingers. Have your block close by if it's not already. Flip your front palm, let's reverse our warrior. In this reversed warrior, start to straighten out your left leg and flex your left foot and reach and extend so you find a deeper extension on the left side of the body. Start to bend that left knee now and either bring the left forearm to the top of the thigh or that left hand down to a block, your choice. See how low you want to get. Remembering if it's resting on the thigh, it's barely resting, you're really using your core strength and taking that right arm up and over the body. Now shoot the fingertips up so you feel that nice extension. Breathing here. And right hand comes back to the hip. Let's bring the torso back up again. Straighten out that left leg and just hop that right foot forward. Hop it up to meet the left. Let's go over to the other side. Reach up and extend, inhaling. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Left knee is going to come up to hip height. Good deep inhale here. And then feeling the strength and stability. So you're squeezing your right buttocks muscle. So you're sending that left leg all the way back into warrior 2. We'll windmill the arms up and over the body and start to find our drishti over the right middle finger. Really bend that right knee as much as it feels good to do so. Flip your front palm and let's reverse our warrior. Start to straighten out that right leg now and flex that right foot so you feel the extension along the right side of the body. And then let's come on back. So right elbow, right forearm down to top of thigh or to the block. And then reach up and extend that left arm. Draw that left arm up and over the body. We're going to make our way down to the floor next. So windmill that left arm up and over so it's coming down to the floor. Here we are in a lunge. Have your blocks up at the top of your mat. So you're in this lunge with hands on your blocks. We're just stretching here. So you're on the ball of your foot if it feels okay to do so. If this doesn't feel good, just drop that left knee down. All good. Breathe here. Take your right hand to your right hip. We're just stretching. Breathe as you go. Eventually, we're going to start to draw that arm out if you want to go there. If not, you can keep your hand to your hip. And then we're shifting. So we're taking our right hand to our right to the block. We're going to pad that left foot. Now we're back into this side angle. So we're just stretching, looking up toward the ceiling. And then let's come back to the block. Take your left knee down. We're just moving the body a little bit. We're going to start to bring our right foot back to meet our left. We're in tabletop, and we're going to bring that left foot forward so that we can come into a stretch here. Toes tucked under on that right foot, and we're taking the right knee off the mat. Or you can keep the right knee down, your choice. You're on the ball of that right foot, and we're just going to take our left hand to our left hip now. And we're just looking over toward the left side of the room. Or we can take it and sweep our left hand behind us. See how you feel. We're moving, taking left hand to the block, patting our right foot. We're going to take our right hand to our hip. So we're coming in, we're just stretching here. We can, again, of course, take the right hand up if we want, or keep it on our hip. Come back to the hip if it wasn't there. Let's come back onto the ball of the foot. Right knee's going to come down, left foot's going to come to meet the right. Left knee's coming to meet the right. We're going to make our way down to the floor now. So come all the way down. So come onto the floor and onto your back. Let's do a little stretching. Have your strap. We're going to do one more strap stretch if you need it. But first, drawing the knees in toward the chest. And take a little rock back and forth from side to side. And then just keeping the right knee in toward the chest, extend that left leg long. Let the left leg rest on the mat. And then we're going to start to draw that right knee over toward the left side of the body. So you're in this reclined twist. We're going to take our right hand and T-shape it out and bring the gaze over toward that right outstretched palm. So here you are, the opportunity to let the belly expand and contract in this twist. And breathe. Really feel that right hip release as you stretch. Come back with that right knee back toward the chest. And then let's switch it out. We're going to take the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Take a circle of that left ankle. And then with your right hand, we're going to draw that left knee across the body and T-shape out that left arm. And breathe here. Let the left shoulder head rest on the mat. Let the belly expand and contract. Winding down our practice as you breathe. Drawing the left knee back in toward the chest, right knee back in toward the chest. Grab your strap if you have that close by. We'll take our strap into our right foot. So remember, last night we used the blocks on either side of us like airplane wings. You're welcome to do that again tonight or not, your choice. As we take our right foot up, point and flex that right foot. A left leg is long on the mat. Like a pendulum, take your toes from your right side of your mat to your left side of your mat. So maybe you feel the ankle and the shin, and maybe you get a little stretch there. Let's start to take our right foot out toward the right side of our body. Land it either ankle on the block or not. Catch the strap in your right hand. T-shape out that left arm. And breathe here. Really feeling a nice opening on that right inner thigh. Remembering that we did some work on that right inner thigh tonight. Now you get to stretch. When you're ready, drawing that right foot up toward the ceiling and coming all the way across the body. We'll T-shape out that right arm. Belly breath in and out. Make your goal to start to straighten out that right leg, even if the right leg isn't really at hip height. And then drawing that right leg up toward the ceiling. Let's switch it out, taking the left leg up toward the ceiling, extending that right leg long. Point and flex your left foot. like a pendulum, take the toes from side to side if that feels okay to do so. It helps strengthen the ankle as you move it from side to side. And then we'll start to externally rotate, taking that left leg out toward the left side of the body. We'll T-shape out that right arm and take our glance over toward that right outstretched palm. Really feel that left inner thigh. A nice release. That right hip is hiked up for any reason. Maybe you've gone a little too far. You want that right hip down on the mat. And then let's come all the way across with our left leg. Catching the strap in your right hand, T-shaping out that left arm. And breathing here. Again, with a goal of straightening that right leg, that left leg. So you can really feel a nice stretch in the left hip. And then drawing that left leg up toward the ceiling. Last time, as you bring your knees in toward your chest, we'll go into a quick Shavasana, our final rest. You can either be in Shavasana or, again, Viparita Karani with your legs up the wall, or since you have a chair close by, you can also bring your legs on top of the chair seat. That's another great way to give yourself that directional flow of release and rest. You can be here with your legs on the seat of a chair. And let's pause here for a moment just to allow our bodies to sink into the mat, giving yourself that final permission to rest. The mind can rest at the place where the body touches the earth. Let the weight of the body sink into this place. As you breathe in and breathe out, and then softening your attention to the words as you allow your body this time to rest. Take a good deep breath in and let the belly and the chest expand up toward the ceiling, and then let it sink back into the mat. Notice if you're gripping in any places. Allow some release. Softening your attention to the words. If you want good to manifest for you, you must commit to feeling good, being good, doing good. You attract what you are. You have choices. Commit to making your life an expression of love. This is not only the law of attraction, but the law of life. By living in love, life becomes an expression of peace, of compassion, forgiveness, respect, joy. Love lifts you to a higher state of consciousness and frees you from thoughts and feelings and actions that minimize or victimize you. Release the desires of the ego and surrender. Allow desires of love to guide you, and the path will appear. project love, and it will return to you. Be love. Be light. Take a good deep breath in and out. And then roll yourself over to your right or to your left side, cradling your head in your arm, giving yourself a moment to thank your body for coming to this mat to practice with us tonight. And then coming to a seat to finish your practice together. Closing the eyes or keeping the gaze soft as you come up to that seat. Sitting the torso up tall as you breathe in and breathe out. With a quick scan of the body, just noticing the effects of the practice. Tonight, bringing our hands to prayer in our Namaste pose. By living with kindness, we welcome kindness into our lives. And by being peaceful, we create peace in every experience. By leading with love, our world becomes love. As we inhale in, let's exhale together and bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me tonight, day 2. And we'll look forward to day 3 tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I hope you have a beautiful, peaceful day tomorrow. I hope it's a smooth one for you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.